Hey guys, so yeah, I'm wearing this shirt again because I really like it. And when I was tie-dyeing it, or reverse tie-dyeing it, I was so scared to get bleach on anything. So like I feel like I need to wear it now because I'm proud that I didn't bleach anything in the process of making this shirt. If you want to check out the DIY video, I'm going to link it in the description. But if I forget, it's just a few videos back, so you could check that out. Today I'm going to be talking about my favorite Halloween movies. I'm going to keep it around 5 movies, but I'm going to have some honorable mentions that didn't make the list, but they're pretty close to. So first I want to say that I'm not a huge fan of like scary, gory movies, so if you want the scariest movies that will make you not sleep for a week, this is not the video for you. Like, go watch a different one because this is not, I'm not talking about those type of movies. I'm talking about movies that I watch every year that just put me in the Halloween spirit, not that scare me so I don't sleep. So the first video is pretty self-explanatory. It's the first movie I think of when I think of Halloween. It's called Halloweentown. It's about a girl named Marnie who realizes she's a witch and her grandmother's a witch, and she goes to Halloweentown to see her grandmother and where she lives, and the plot ensues and she encounters some dark magic and some evil people. And this is the first Halloween movie I think I remember watching, and they have plenty of sequels, but the first one is still my favorite. It's a kid's film. It's not gonna scare you, but it's just a fun movie that is like uplifting and perfect for a time like this when you don't want something sad, you just want something lighthearted. The next movie I'm talking about is It, and this is different than Halloweentown. There is definitely a clown who is spooky and evil and mean and terrifying, but for some reason I found this movie more funny than scary. And I don't know what that says about me, but I think it's visually like stunning, like the way the director filmed it and how it was edited, like the color grading is so cool, and the characters have funny dialogue. They're a great knit group, and I'm pretty sure you've heard of the book It by Stephen King. That's what it's based off of. The clown is played by Bill Skarsgård, and all the kids are, I think that they did perfect casting for the role. The clown is scary, the clown eats the kids, and very mean, and the kids have to try to get away from the clown, and the clown invades their mind, makes them scared, and they have to learn to put that fear away so they can escape and survive. And there's a It Chapter 2, which I have seen, and it's funny too. It has all the kids when they've grown up, and I know Bill Hader is in it, and a lot of other people are in it. Is it Jessica Chastain? There's these two actresses I always get mixed up that have red hair, and I think it's Jessica Chastain. The next movie I'm talking about is Twitches, and this has twin witches, and I still think they should have came up with a better name than Twitches, because when I was younger I thought it was a great name, but now I'm like, Twitches? They could have came up with something better than that. But anyway, the movie is about twin witches who need to join together to save their world, or the darkness will envelop it all and it will all be destroyed. But they just realize they're witches, so they have to learn how to use their powers for good, and if they back down then the world will get destroyed. It's a Disney Channel film again. It's for kids. I was scared when I watched this when I was younger because the darkness is kind of scary, especially if you're already scared of the dark as a kid. It definitely can spook you out for a little while. Again, it's lighthearted, not scary like It. My next movie isn't actually a movie. It's American Horror Story Asylum, and it's a season of American Horror Story, which is a TV show that you've probably heard about. Asylum is my favorite season. It's also the scariest. I know I said I don't really watch scary stuff, but this is probably the scariest thing I've seen. Like, American Horror Story, some of the older seasons are actually scary, and they're just creepy in so many different ways. I like them because Evan Peters, but they are scary, and I remember watching it and thinking like, wow, this is kind of weird. Like, the stuff that is on that show, I can't think of any other show that would have that stuff on it. It's scary in so many different rounds that it leaves you like spooked for a little bit, but you'll get over it, I hope. The last movie on my list is Psycho by Alfred Hitchcock, and this movie is in black and white. I'm not sure if they restored it in color in any type of formats, but the story is about a woman who's going to meet up with her boyfriend or husband, I can't remember, and on their journey to her husband or her boyfriend, she stops at a hotel because she's tired and it's raining, and there she meets someone who changes the course of her life. Let's just say that. It is an older film. I like how it's directed. You could see a lot of the directing style in this and how depending on how someone directs a film, it can affect the emotion you feel when you watch it. So that's why I like this film, because I think there's a lot that can be learned from it. Some movies these days, I feel like the director doesn't really use the angles and the close-ups to convey emotion. They just use it to show like the visuals, and I feel like they're missing out, because if you use a directing style to also convey emotion, like the film can be twice as compelling and intriguing. So I like this film for that reason. I didn't find it that scary. It's definitely not as scary as It, not as scary as American Horror Story. I think it makes the list because it's a classic like Halloween film. So these are some films that are honorable mentions that didn't make the list, but I just want to mention them. Number 1 is Monster House, which this scared me as a kid. Definitely scared me a lot. And if you're a kid watching this, I would say don't watch this video. Don't watch Monster House because it scared me. But if you're around my age, you might want to watch it and see if you're still scared of it as an adult if you were scared of it as a kid, because I think I watched it a few years ago and it still kind of creeped me out. I don't know what about it makes it so scary, but I almost find Monster House scarier than It. Seriously. Next, I have not It, E.T., which is, I found it cute. It's like weird. It has to kind of do with space and aliens, and it's not really scary. It could be sad at times. I feel like this movie could fit into a lot of genres. Like it could be sci-fi, it could also be drama, it could be comedy, because there's a little bit of everything. It's not really sad, it's not really scary, it's not really funny. It's just a combination of it all. So if you just want a solid movie to put on that's not going to make you feel horrible after you watch it, I feel like E.T. is a good choice. Last but not least is ScoobyDoo. And there's Scooby-Doo movies, there's Scooby-Doo episodes, there's the cartoons, they're the ones with real people. There's so many options, and this is definitely a movie that I want to watch during this Halloween, because I haven't watched Scooby-Doo things in a while. My brother used to love Scooby-Doo, but now that he's older, he doesn't really watch it anymore. So I want to watch some Scooby-Doo because it just makes me feel happy. It has a mystery, there's some scary parts, but overall it makes you feel good at the end, and I think it's just a feel-good movie. So those are all my Halloween movies, TV shows, stories. And yeah, thanks for watching. I want to know what your favorite Halloween movies are. Are they the scary ones? Leave them in the comments below. I won't watch them if they're the scary ones, but maybe I'll look them up, because I watched The Shining last night and I always thought that was like a scary movie, but after watching it, it's more of like a psychological thriller. During the beginning I wasn't really scared, and then towards the ending I kind of got more spooked out because of like the craziness of the characters and how realistic it is in some ways. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you feel like nice, please give this video a thumbs up or subscribe. I appreciate it so much. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye. Most people like Hocus Pocus, but I don't like that movie. I don't know what about it, but I don't really like it, and I don't understand why people love that film. I think Halloweentown is so much better. I think there are so many films that are so much better than Hocus Pocus, so I don't understand why so many people like that movie. So, rant is over. Do you like Hocus Pocus? Tell me why you like it, because I don't understand. Seriously.